Hey guys, this is Alfred back with another video. Now with 3.6 wrapping up and 3.7 just around the corner, I think it's really important that we do have a good look at the tier list and see where each character stand, and hopefully this will give you guys an idea of who to look for in the future. Now in 3.7 there is a lot of characters coming up and there are a lot of reruns, so it's very important that we look at which of these characters are good and strong against its competitors. So hopefully this will give you an idea of which of the characters you should look to pull for, and hopefully your characters that you are planning to pull for are at the top. Anyhow, before we start this video, just a few things to note. This tier list is largely based on Pridwin, so if you want the full statistics and data, links are in the description below. In terms of the ranking itself from left to right, that is where my opinion comes in. So a better character will be ranked towards the left, whereas a character in the same tier but not as good will be on the right. Characters that are in S+ tier are still really good regardless, so it doesn't matter. And lastly, this tier list is largely my opinion, so if you have differing opinions, I would like to hear what you guys think in the comment section below. Now with all that said, let's begin with this video. So first, let's talk about the two new characters which came out this patch. Evernight has proven to be one of the best sub DPS for a caster's team. She will be replacing the Trailblazer in that team, so you do not actually want to replace Tribi. Tribi is still really good, and the amount of buff she gives in the caster's team is insane. So your caster's team is going to be Hyacinth, Tribi, Evernight, and Casteress. If you did not pull for Evernight, you can still play Remembrance MC. She is still pretty decent, but I feel like Evernight is just so much better and so much stronger in that Casteress team. And because she supports one of the best characters in the game, and also because she can be played in her own separate main DPS team, this is why Evernight is going to be in S+ tier. Just a really strong character overall. If Casteress ever leaves the meta and falls off from the meta, then you would know Evernight will fall off as well, so do take note. Alongside Evernight, you have the Permancer Teray, which is Dunhang's tank version, and it turns out that he is a really good tank actually. One thing that really stands out as well is that because he gives you the Soulbound or the Soulmate, whatever it's called, it actually makes teams that run Sunday even better, because Sunday will buff your summon and the character, and because Dunhang gives you a summon, quote unquote, your main DPS will be even stronger. So there are a lot of teams that do want to run Dunhang. Some of the characters are going to be Final and Nexa. These two characters are very strong hyper carry DPS, so you definitely do want to run them with Dunhang. You can also play Dunhang in a face out team. I was talking about this, but because he has follow-up attack potential, it is an alternative to Lingsha if you do not have her, which is a more free-to-play option. One crazy thing is you can also be playing him in a dot team. So if you do not have any of the good sustains, primarily if you do not have Woho or Gallagher, which I doubt, then you can also run Dunhang. Or if you're using them in another team, you can also run Dunhang. Very strong character overall. The amount of utility he provides is just really good. In my opinion, this is where Dunhang will stand at the S+ tier for now. Now, other characters I do want to talk about is primarily going to be the dot characters. I have basically seen dot be a very integral part of the meta, and dot, in my opinion, is 100% back in the meta, especially with the release of the hyper endgame mode, which is the one you fight Lygus. If you do not have a dot team, it's really difficult to clear the second night, which requires basically a dot team because it reduces your crit damage, which is insane. So because of that, dot is 100% back in the meta, and which is why I'm pushing all the dot characters up. Primarily from the previous tier list, I have put Kafka beside Hyacinth now, mainly because I feel like both of them are very integral with each other. Both are very crucial in a dot team, and if you want your dot team to do very well, and especially if you want to get that 3-star, then you 100% need Kafka and Hyacinth in the team. Now the reason why Black Swan isn't as high up is because the amount of utility that she provides isn't as strong as what Kafka brings to the table or what Hyacinth bring to the table as well. As you do know, Kafka does give dot teams a lot of attack and will proc the dot a lot as well, which is why Kafka is very integral. And the reason why Hyacinth is very good and the reason why she is the best dot character is simply because she can proc all the different type of dots in the game. The fact that you reduce enemy attack and also detonate the dot in the enemy when you use her ultimate just means that she brings a lot to the table, and she provides a lot of utility as well as damage, which is the reason why that I always say that if you really want a dot team, you should 100% look for Hyslun's first before Kafka because she provides utility and damage. But obviously Kafka is the icing in the cake, and because of that I did move Kafka from S tier to S plus tier, mainly because of that reason. You really need Kafka in order to do well in the dot team as well. Well, Black Swan is also pretty good, which is why I moved her from A tier to S tier. So overall, that wraps up the tier list. Super brief. I think the meta is more or less solved for the rest of the version. We'll see where Cyrene stands next patch. A lot of people are doom posting about it, so we'll see. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you do like this video, please do leave a like. It shows me I should do more. Comment down below what you would change in this tier list, where you would put certain characters, and finally do subscribe. We will be doing more videos like this, including the banner rundown in a few days. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Peace.